The Ultimate Branding Course versus the Digital Wealth Academy. Today, I'm going to play devil's advocate as I compare the UBC versus the DWA, and I've purchased both of these courses. I've also gone through both of these courses, but I always get the question, which one is better? And if someone already has a product, should they get the other one? So if this is you, if you've come across either of these questions, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know if it's right for you. And just before we get started, if you do decide to get either of these programs, I've also got some additional resources that you'll get if you purchase from me. So if you want to grab those, make sure you check them out. There's more information down in the description. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually look at the creators of these two programs, the UBC and the DWA. So let's jump behind the screen right now. Now, on the left here, we have Digital Dray. Now, Dray is the creator of the Ultimate Branding Course. She's also got a second Instagram account called Draymas, but I believe she's actually just created this one this year, and we'll verify the stats in just a moment. But on the right, we also have Rachel Madero. She is also going by Rachel Jova, and you can see she's got quite a significant following on Instagram. Now, if you look at these bios of both of these accounts, you can see they are very similar, right? So helping people make money online, helping you make money on socials. UBC did 1.8 30 days. She's done 3.9 million revenue in 10 months. So it's very much same. Now, if you go to their reels, which majority of their content is based around, you can see that Dray has got a very personal approach. And honestly, she is quite a personal type of person. She doesn't really make herself only look a certain way. She just takes videos regardless of where she is. But if you look at Rachel, she's very, I guess you could say she's very chic. She's very stylish. She's very professional in terms when it comes to her Instagram content, and she's got some pretty insane reach inside of her account as well. So let's have a look at both of their statistics inside of Social Blade. So we'll just quickly come in Social Blade here. Hopefully you can see these numbers. I was just trying to find the best way to actually compare them. So if we come down inside of Dray, you can see she's growing hundreds of followers each and every day, which is very good to see. And if we come down, you can see that the growth actually only really started here in March 2024. She only had 442 followers back then. So you can see she's pretty much grown her account from scratch just inside of the time frame from March. Now it's only May 10 right now, so she's only been posting a few months, and it looks like she's already at 22,000 followers. So she's doing a really good job. And I guess the sort of instructions or the training that she's teaching in the program is actually this sort of training as well. Now, if we come to Rachel's, you can see she's got quite significantly higher follower gain each day, you know, within the 800s, also the thousands. So she's growing at a phenomenal rate. If you come down to her account, it's actually quite interesting. So she claims that she went inside of Master Resell Rights around 2023. And as you can see here in July, her followers really started to take off around 2023. They're at 424,000 now. You can see she had 7,500 following back then. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe she just maxed it out to try to grow followers the old school way. So that's gone down, and you can see she's been really consistent with posting too. She didn't really post anything at all there. So that's pretty good to see. So once again, she's had this account for a very long time, whereas Dray started this from zero, literally just in March. So pretty interesting. So now that we've gone over the actual Instagram accounts of these two creators, once again, Dray is a lot more relatable, I guess you could say, whereas Rachel is just more of a professional sort of branded type account, I guess you could say. Let's go inside and have a look at the actual two programs themselves. Okay, so these are both of the program platforms. As you can see on the left, we've got the Ultimate Branding Course. On the right, we have the Digital Wealth Academy. You can see it's got my photo in both of these just to prove that I actually purchased these courses. And I'm not just reviewing someone else's account like I see a lot of people doing. But what I'm going to do in here is just quickly run through some numbers. So inside the Ultimate Branding Course, there is currently 22,500 members. In the Digital Wealth Academy, there is currently 39.9. And I just really wanted to show you these numbers just to show you the growth of these programs right now. And to give you a little bit of an indication, I can just scroll down here and you can see in this post 27 days ago, there was 13,000 UBC members. And just 27 days later, we're almost at 23. So that's almost 10,000 members in the last 30 days. And if I come inside of the Digital Wealth Academy and scroll down, 30,000 Digital Wealth Academy members, and that was April 10. We're actually May 10 now, so that's a month. And I've almost got 10,000 as well. Slightly longer, but a relative the same amount of members. So both of these platforms are growing. And overall growth, I'd say the Ultimate Branding course is actually on a bit of a growth phase as they've gained 10,000 people in almost a month. And this program's been around for a little while, and that's almost half of their members just in this last month. So it's really, really exciting to see. Now, what I'm just going to quickly go through also is the admins of both of these programs. And this is just important to know if you haven't got either of the courses, that you won't just be learning from the creators of the program. You can see we've got Rachel there, we got Dray down here. There's multiple other admins in the platforms, and there's multiple other content creators inside of here as well. So you'll be learning from multiple people, not just the creators of the platform. So now let's go have a look at the calendars real quick, and we'll go through the course content soon. It's obviously going to be the biggest part of it. But if we have a look inside of here, there are 4 calls, 3 to 4 calls each week inside of the UBC. It's around about the same inside of the Digital Wealth Academy too, I believe. They have different languages on different days as well, which is pretty cool. So it's very much of a muchness. I had to explain that to someone the other day. Same, but different, basically. Now, inside of the actual course, on the Ultimate Branding course, we have 26 modules inside of here. And I'm not just talking about the ones in different languages. I'm just talking about plain English for now, just so it's quite relative. And inside of the Digital Wealth Academy, we have 30 core modules, plus we also have some additional ones down here, like recorded calls, FAQs, and tech support. So you could almost say it's 33 modules inside of it. Now that is a lot of course content, over 300 videos inside of here. I believe over 270 inside of the Ultimate Branding course. And the Digital Wealth Academy has actually just launched some new ones called the DWA Remastered, which is basically updated modules. We've got attraction marketing, selling in stories, men's digital marketing module, things like that. But it's pretty interesting. So instead of going through each module, now, I'm sorry, it's not the most professional looking presentation or graphic, but I just wanted to prove a point more than anything. Now, I've laid out all of the modules names on the left on the UBC and the Digital Wealth Academy on the right. You can see there's a few additional ones in the DWA. But what I've done is basically put side by side the same sort of content that's been created to show you what's actually unique about both of these programs. And it's quite interesting. So all of these modules here are basically telling you the same exact stuff. Now, obviously, they're taught in a slightly different way. They're taught from different people. There's probably a lot more in-depth parts than the other and vice versa. But it's kind of interesting that a lot of the content that you're going to learn is exactly the same stuff. Now, there is, of course, these little unique parts to these programs on the left on the UBC. They focus a lot about being efficient, how to stay organized. You've also got daily methods of operations. There's also another editing module with a different app. We've got creating value videos. If you're in the beauty business industry, they've even got a whole module about that. And then there is a very short module about how to use ChatGPT for social media and things like that. Whereas on the DWA, we've got MRR Legal Docs entire section, which is kind of funny with what's going on now. I'll talk about that in a different video, but I believe the UBC has it inside of one of these. It may even be in the funnel building section, but they have got the men's digital marketing, which is focused purely on men. We've got ebook ideas, which I'm not even sure it should be an entire module, but we have got PLR, MRR Vault, the Content Vault, which is pre-created reels that you can actually use in your account, the foundation, maintaining momentum, digital marketing basics, and building trust. So the main point I was basically trying to put inside of this spreadsheet is they are very similar programs. They teach a lot of the same stuff. They are unique in their own way, taught by different people, so they've got different teaching styles as well. But if you've already got one, you have to ask yourself, is it worth almost $500 to get access to these additional modules that is taught in the other program? Which brings me to my next point I want to make, and that is actually majority of people are actually just buying the other program if they've already got one for the Master Resell Rights aspect of it. And I say that because I see a lot of people moving from the Digital Wealth Academy into the Ultimate Branding course, solely because it's got less members, which means there is more of a market share and less sellers they can actually sell to on the internet. So it is a bit of a strange thing going on. Regardless, both of these courses are good. Both of the creators, I haven't probably mentioned it yet, but they're both ex-network marketing ladies. Dray still has all of her posts about her old companies online. It looks like Rachel's wiped all of her posts clean. It's hard to find anything about her past, but they were both in a network marketing company called Monet, where they both learnt digital marketing, and they've probably put all of their knowledge into both of these courses. So me personally, I like the Ultimate Branding course probably that little bit better just because it's a little bit more relatable. She's not super, I guess, too salesy. She's quite salesy, but she doesn't make herself look ultra professional or I guess a little bit too like, look at me. Whereas Rachel is very showy. She loves to flaunt her money. She likes to be like almost a model in some of her videos. Jay's just a real person, but that's my personal opinion. Hopefully I've told you some things you probably don't know about both of these programs. I may have even said some things I'm not supposed to, but regardless, now you know, and hopefully you've got a more informed idea of which program you want to get or if you want to get one at all. So once again, if you do decide to get started, I have got my additional resources down below. With the UBC, I have a mentorship program. With the DWA, I've got some bonuses. So if you want to grab those, get started using the links down below. Any questions, let me know in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, smash the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.